What's going on? Welcome back to some more ZAWA together. Glad you could join me today. Let's get wild. I want to get started with some animals today, but I think before we go out and try to capture some of them, I want to go on a little bit of a side mission to get ourselves a new elytra. I think that'd be really awesome for getting around, trying to go collect different animals and adventure into the wild much more easily. But in order to do that, we're missing quite a few things yet because we do still need some end crystals, I do believe, because respawning the dragon, I think, is going to be the best way for us to actually get ourselves an elytra. We'll do a little dragon fight, get ourselves some wings, and make it a lot easier to fly around, but it's going to require a few resources to do that, so we're headed to the Nether. Now that I've got myself some fancy new wings, I think it's time that we can go do a little exploring because I've got a couple things I want to try to accomplish. First of all, we've got a couple of capture cages and nets in case we run into some cool creatures along the way. But I want to try to go see if we can find anywhere that has these dead saplings or dying acorns and possibly the mahogany. I couldn't think of what the word was for a second there. The mahogany saplings, because I want to try to get a few different tree types that we haven't collected yet. And if we can get the dynamic tree types of those that are plantable, it makes things like this a lot easier to collect wood for the future. Because we're probably going to need a lot of wood for building, which I probably should also grab my axe. So we'll run up to the bedroom here. I stashed away a few of my things for the dragon fight there, which went quite smooth. In fact, not too big of an issue at all. Let's make sure we take the cake backpack with us again, and maybe we'll take, I don't remember what's it. This one's our logs, right? In this gold backpack. We got that guy. I don't think we need to bring that along, but we will want some extra stuff. This is just some random crap that probably needs to get emptied out. Okay. So I think it's time to head out on a little adventure here into the wilderness. Let's take a look at the map quick before we go, because I would assume that we want to try to find some kind of maybe desert or wasteland. Maybe we try to go down in this area here, because if we're gonna get these dead saplings, I don't know where you'd find the mahogany, but I'm assuming these dead saplings are the dying acorns. We'll probably have to find the dead saplings, I think, and we can turn those into the dying acorn, which should give us the option for a tree like this, where we can go in here and just chop down the one block, and boom, it all falls down, timber, and all that good stuff, like, you know, ashes and whatnot. You know, child's rhymes. We only got 2 logs from that, really? Where'd the rest of them go? Was that it? Okay, that's kind of sad. We do have a few other different types of trees growing back here, I think, that I was going to try to let grow up to be big and strong, like this one here. But I'm assuming we're going to have to let those grow for a while before they get big enough to really give us a significant amount of logs. So we'll continue to try to plant more of those. Did I get anything? I didn't even get a thing from this tree to be able to replant it. But anyway, I want to get some of those other types. I guess we probably should sleep before we leave. I want to get some of those other types of logs as well for building, because I still don't quite have the design in mind for how everything's going to be out here. So I want to try a different type of logs for those, because can we see what these give us now? I think there are a couple different types of logs. The deadwood, which I think is kind of a nice like grayish type of plank, which I think would be really cool. And then what is the mahogany? Is that this one? That's an interesting one. It's kind of like pinkish, whatever, but I think those could be really good building blocks, and wood would be fairly easy for us to farm. Like I said, if we get those trees, so that would be nice to have. Let's go ahead and take a little nap here and then head out on an adventure. Wait, can't I assume picture? Is it because there's too much grass? Stupid grass in the way. Boom. Nap time. And now that we have our elytra, we can just take off on a little adventure here super easily, and away we go. Oh, okay. You don't want to listen. You want to hear the plans for the new island? I thought you might want to hear what the plans were, because yeah, we got some stuff to lay out here. I was just looking at the map a little bit, trying to get a feel for what kind of space we have on the island. I think I want the main entrance to be down by the little beach area here, and then we'll have maybe a series of paths that kind of go around the outside on this side, and then maybe one that goes around through the right side, and then some other ones that branch out in between and whatnot. So I think what I'm going to start off doing here, just to try to get an idea of what kind of space we have, is to go ahead and get my shovel out and sort of just path off the different areas. I think maybe like super roughly. We'll also have to kind of go through a little bit here and punch out a bunch of this grass, because there is way too much of this grass in a lot of these areas. So I'll probably take out a whole bunch of this and then go through and sort of lay out our paths a little bit here as well. And that way we'll kind of have an idea of what kind of space we have, so we can know, like, this area here looks like a good spot for the path to go here. And we'll loop that around a little bit, maybe through this area. So I'm going to do a little bit of layout of these paths here, and then I'll kind of try to explain what my process is so that we can come up with a plan for this, because I think figuring out how much room we have in different areas is going to be important. And I've been trying to do a little bit of other stuff in the meantime, trying to get some villagers going underneath the workshop there. I've been trying to collect up some resources, but I've also been trying to just come up with a block palette and, get some ideas of what I really want to do with the rest of this island here, because we've got a lot of room to work with, but I don't exactly know where to start. I did start up a little pen over in this area here. I'll take a little flyover. Can we get like a bird's eye view from up here maybe? Yeah, so I did start a little pen of the goats down there. We may or may not use them for food. Don't know for sure yet. And then we also have the pen of turkeys over there, but I don't really know where I want to begin. So I think a good place to start with this will be just getting some kind of general paths laid out. And I think, these could definitely change in the future, but it'll be good to, like I said, give us an idea of how much room I have to work with here. So that way I can sort of start to piece in different buildings and other stuff like that along the way. Because this is going to be a little bit different than your normal zoo in the city. This is going to be a little bit more of a farm type a country zoo, I guess you might call it. I think country zoo is a cool way to explain it. Whoops, that is not how I want that to go. So yeah, my plans are a little different than like your traditional exhibits. I think it's going to be a lot more outdoor pens and buildings, things along that line, more so than your traditional exhibits that would be kind of completely confined. So I'm gonna get this all laid out. I think that's a good path there. This maybe we can actually divert a little bit depending on what goes here. We could bump that out a little bit to fit some different buildings. But yeah, there'll be a lot of like barn type buildings and things like that. But the other thing that I've been struggling with so far is getting enough food. So not only am I going to need food for myself, but I'm also going to need food to breed up things like the goats and the turkeys and all that kind of stuff, because we want to have a decent amount of those if we're going to use them for food. So I thought it would be kind of cool once we get the area where the path is sort of laid out here, that maybe in somewhere along the beginning here, I thought it'd be cool to actually plant like kind of a wheat field, so we could have what would be a good spot for that, so we could have it as both an aesthetic thing that kind of just looks nice, but also have it be, you know, something that we can actually use as a food supply in the beginning. So I'm kind of thinking that maybe I should split this out a little bit wider and actually like put the field in the middle. So I might shave a little bit of this off here somewhere. Something like, we might just take this whole, yeah, let's just take this whole little chunk that this horse is standing on. Let's take that off here. Sorry, dude. We're going to get rid of that for you. And we're gonna do this together a little bit, because I know that's something that we talked about doing in the previous episode, which I am very happy that there was a lot of awesome comments on that one. So what I'm thinking here, instead of this path that I just put there, I think maybe we run the path along the shoreline here. Oh, I can't. It's not the version where I can path the dirt. I have to wait till it becomes grass again, so that's annoying. I just want to scrape up some of these little guys here, and we'll put this stuff back in, but then we'll grab that dirt back. Boom. Put a bunch of this down here. It's getting dark out. We're going to have to take a little nap here pretty quick, but, you know, farmers work late into the night, so we got to try to get some stuff going on here. And I think a lot of this area here will turn into like a big open wheat field. And we'll try to just get this nice and tilled up here. We'll have to get rid of all this extra grass and nonsense in the middle, but then we'll have the path go around that way. Okay, let's quickly grab one of these backpacks out of my pocket and take a little nap. Okay, and boop, just like that, it is morning time. So we got all this area here we can try to turn into a nice little wheat patch. And I don't, you know, this doesn't have to be perfect. Like, I wouldn't mind having a few patches of like dirt in the middle of this that weren't necessarily tilled up properly. That would not be the worst thing, because I think it'd be kind of cool to have it be a little more rough and rugged in the middle. We're probably going to need to hide some water in here, though, I think, if we're going to do this. So we'll have to do... Can we do just, like, some... Is there any chance we can do, like, dirt slabs of any kind? Might just have to... For now, let's just go... Whoops. Let's go with something like this, and we'll just plop those in there. I'll have to change that for something darker later so the wood matches, maybe like a dark oak or something that kind of blends in, but that will sort of allow us to plant some wheat in the area here, which will be good for, like I said, feeding the goats and stuff like that, because we're going to want to have that happening. And then we can continue over this way. Get rid of a bunch of this grass because it's super obnoxious. I mean, these kind of look like wheat fields already, honestly, in some spots, which is not a bad thing. Path can go over here so we can have a little spot that goes out to the pirate ship. Maybe we can do something fun with that later on. Have that be some kind of little attraction that we can go check out. There's a big patch of water here. Let's get our bucket filled back up. Looks like we'll have to terraform that up a little bit, and then this will meet up probably with this again. We can do a couple like cool things on the beach there maybe, and have this all kind of path together here. I think, yeah, there'll be a lot of modifications to this. There'll be lots of changes, you know. Obviously the path is not going to be set in stone right away, but it'll be a good start. Get us going. Can we fill some of this in with dirt? That'll be nice. We don't want to have giant open aquifers in here. I don't know. We'll probably add some different, you know, like water features and ponds and all that kind of stuff later on. But for now, we'll just cover that guy up. Get this all connected up here. And at least this way, we'll be able to sort of look at the map from a bigger scale here and help us kind of plan out where some of these things are going to go. That might actually not be too bad to have like another path that goes through the middle of here and sort of splits off and have stuff in between. Maybe like some different fields and pens and all that. And then we'll go out the other way with that as well. I don't know what kind of entrance we need to do. There's a lot of this that really has not been planned at all yet, so we're kind of just going with the flow here a little bit and coming up with something on the fly. But most of it is just a lot of this grassy stuff needs to get removed. And I don't know how close we want to go to the beach here. Probably stay somewhere like that. Probably run kind of along the edge, I think, is a good spot. This kind of can go on over to the turkey pen. And we can just path along here. We'll have to do some path modifications, some terraforming, maybe some retaining walls here and there, you know, as we change elevations in the terrain and whatnot. This will come back to the beginning, and down here we'll do our main entrance of sorts, I think. Some kind of like farm gate or something I'm thinking of doing. I think we need to maybe, expand out the dirt a little bit. Probably would be a decent option here, so we have a little more of a flat area up there to put a gate of some kind up. This would be kind of cool, because I think maybe like, well, if we did it right here, we'd have to combine this together. We could probably do it like right here. Well, I might have to build this out a little bit too, actually. Build this out a little bit more. Now that we've got a little bit of a path laid out on the island here, I think... Oh, hello. Where are we on the map? We are over here. Now that we've got a little bit of that laid out, I think it is time, first of all, to check on the goats, because I noticed a little bit of an issue. I captured some of these goats out in the wild, and I noticed that after I bred them up, they are losing hearts, which I'm not really too sure how this whole Better Animals Plus thing works out, but I'm assuming I might have to actually feed these guys? No? Okay, giving you food did not give you extra health. Or did it? No, it did not. Odd. Okay. Do I need to, like, give you a thing? I tried to make these little stone troughs. I don't know if... Oh. Okay, could I put food in here? Will you eat the food if I put the food in there? Feeding you food to breed you is one thing. I don't know, like, how this works exactly, if we need to be, like, feeding these things to keep them alive or what. But if you have any suggestions on how to keep the sheep from losing a bunch of health, please leave me a comment down below so that we can try not to actually... I keep calling these things sheep. They're freaking goats, man. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's move on to the whole point I was trying to get to today. It's been a lot of screwing around, trying to get some villagers so I have books for tools, trying to get mending and things like that. My bow's about to break, so that's pretty cool. We had to go get the elytra, so I've been very distracted trying to get some stuff done off camera just to be able to give me a little bit of resources and things so that we can work on some projects together, because that's the whole point of being here, right? But I get a little carried away and overwhelmed with some of those projects from time to time. So we're here now. We're gonna try to see if I can't whip together a little bit of a entrance gate here, and I'm not entirely sure where the best spot for this is, but I did grab a little bit of resources to kind of play around with here, and hopefully we can come up with something kind of cool. It's a little bit awkward because I want this to be built out a little further. I might actually have to add some more dirt to this, but I think for now, let's start maybe like here. We're just going to put up a little spot there, because then I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe like 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe like 7 blocks in between would be kind of cool. I don't know. We're just kind of winging it here. We're going to try to build this thing together a little bit. So that's what, 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe, a little bit like that, something kind of tallish that will be nice and visible from the lake, the ocean there, because I think that's going to be sort of the main way to get into this place. 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll try to build and talk at the same time. And then I was thinking we kind of just do a little bit of one of these deals around the outside here, where we have like some varying heights of different loggage. I don't know, like I said, we might have to extend that. That's not too terribly bad. I don't know if that is gonna work in that spot there, but let's try a little bit of... Hello? Wrong spot. Yoink. Get that log out of there, put that in the right spot, and then we'll just do... I want these logs to go all the way down to the bottom so they got some decent structure to them. And maybe... I don't know if the backside's maybe the best spot for that. Something kind of like that. Maybe we go out a little bit more. Something. Maybe, I don't know. That doesn't look too bad. I wonder if these would look better stripped. Let's strip these logs. Ooh, that looks nice. I still haven't found the log type that I want to use yet for a lot of this. I think I mentioned it before, but I want to use these deadwood and mahogany deals, but we got to find the right biome for that. And after doing a little bit of Googling to research where to get those guys at, it turns out we need to find a dead forest. I'm not sure if that's going to be something that's going to be super easy to do, so we'll have to do that maybe on a live stream or something coming up here in the near future, so we can find some of that sweet, beautiful log type that we want to use. I think this actually looks kind of sweet. Now that I'm doing that, though, I'm feeling like the whole thing needs to get raised up so that it's on the same level as this. Or maybe we just cut this back a little bit. Something like that. Where's my shovel at? Do I have a shovel in here? I do have one somewhere, but I don't know where it is. So my idea here was to actually have this be kind of a gate type of deal. And I don't know. These kind of just look like regular fences. The problem is I kind of want the gate to be sort of open, and that might be a little bit tricky to do. Excuse me, horse. Could you please give me some space to work here? So could I do something like if this... What are we doing here? No, not like that. Would this... Could this possibly look good at an angle? I feel like it needs to be open the other way, like outward. I think it's gonna be really hard to make the... What are these things called? The gosh dang bars, like to make them actually look good at an angle. Could I make that? Because, yeah, I don't know if that's going to look very good or not. Maybe I should just make it be closed in the front. I mean, these bars look pretty good. We also have these guys, which are interesting. Well, how would those look like if we put them up here? Do I have enough? Take these ones. Those would actually look good up above. Can I get up here? We're like I said, we're winging this. We're trying to come up with a plan here for exactly how this needs to work. It's getting to be dark time here very soon, and there's many scary things around in the nighttime. Hello? Can I do that? Is that what I'm trying to do? I think so. Am I gonna have enough now, though? We might not have enough. Come on, give me that. Yep. And there, and there, and there, and there. Oh, I'm gonna be one short, aren't I? Wait, I can make these right here. If I remember how to... I think they are fence. Yes, we go string. We go like this, like that, and then like this. Yes. Excellent. Let's just plop this down right here for a second. Take a little snooze. That is not even the backpack I'm wearing. Okay, cool. So that goes up there, and then we put that and that. That's kind of cool. A little bit awkward. I don't know if this is gonna work properly. Maybe instead of doing like a full opened gate, we just do like something like so. Could that possibly work? That's kind of weird though, right? Don't I think? I don't know. Might have to play around with this a little bit more. That's not bad, actually. What if it was like more of an open deal, and then where's my other? There we go. What are these ones like also? Because these could be kind of cool. Ooh, those do connect up to that. Interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't really like those. Not for this particular situation. But these could be like up the sides here too. Something like that. That kind of looks cool. And did I run out of those? Yeah. These ones, I think. We're going to make some nuggies. Put those in there. A little bit more like that. And then we can... Ooh, yeah, because then we could put like some lanterns and such on these probably too. Whoops, a little bit like that. That would be good. That would be good. Could we like dangle some lanterns maybe, possibly from the top of here? so. Would these hang from there decently? No, that does not look good. So we'd have to go all the way up to the top, which could look kind of cool. How am I gonna parkour? Parkour. No, that's go up there. Then we'll go up here, and then we'll go up here, and like that maybe. Ow. Looks kind of cool. Ish. Dang it. This is impossible to build with. And let's do whoop, doop, doop, doop. And boop. That doesn't look good either. That does not connect. Would this look better if we put that and then that? Sure. Can I run across this real quick? Nope. Okay, cool. We are amazing. So then something like that and something over here, maybe a little bit of this. One of those, one of these. Not too bad. And what else? Yeah, I wanted to make it more of like an open, like there was a big gate open here. Can we try this to see? It's weird though there because that connects to the backside. That might not look awful. Do we just need... Oh wait, how do these work again? Something like... Nope, that's not the right ones. We want these ones. Something like this. Yeah, but those are gonna be awkward because they blend together. If I did that, I have to get rid of those. I'm not the biggest fan of that. It actually doesn't look too bad though to have it like open like that. Because if we did that, we could have this side come out to here maybe? Because that way if the gates were closed, this would be 1, 2, 3, 4. That makes that look weird. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 up. Man, that's like a little bit weird there. What if we just yoink that one and yoink that one? So that realistically would come to like the middle here? Or does this need to be one more? For it not to be super weird. Well, it's not a perfect job, but it is definitely a good start, I think. We got some visitors over here. Yeah, it kind of turned out actually a little bit nicer than I was originally thinking it was going to when we started. It was getting kind of funky, but I think this kind of works out having, you know, the one side of the gate closed. The other side of the gate is wide open for entry. Meant to kind of be like sort of an old style farm gate, I guess, in a way. You know, like a ranch style gate, I guess, but a little bit of a twist on it because we're using a little different type of wood here. These will probably get changed out later when I have some maybe darker spruce wood or dark oak or something like that maybe blends in a little bit better with the dirt. And I did do a little bit of texturing on the path here, put in a little retaining wall kind of around the edge of the wheat farm. So nothing too special yet, but I think it's definitely, like I said, it's a good start. We're making progress, kind of getting things going here. I've been, oh boy, geez, doing a lot of stuff to try to get myself prepped and ready for more projects. So we still got a lot of resource collecting and things to do to kind of get us get our workflow and our supplies up a little bit, make it easier for us to do projects like this without having to run around for a long time. So look forward to a live stream hopefully coming soon for some more, you know, material collecting and things like that. But for now, this is the entrance to our brand new zoo, which I think is actually going to be more of a farm type wildlife center. So yeah, we're making some good progress, and we got to do some more animal collecting to get started on some more stuff here real soon. So hopefully you'll join me again, and that's going to do it for this episode of ZAWA Together. Thanks for coming to hang out with me, and hopefully you enjoyed yourself.